SSH agent forwarding using different usernames and different keys. There is a very similar question that, if answered, may have been the answer to this question. Unfortunately, it's a case of no need to answer the question I asked because the problem wasn't what I thought it was. The setup. The server bastion.ec2 accepts an SSH connection from my workstation via sshimikey.pem my name at bastion.ec2. The server service1.ec2 accepts SSH connections only from bastion.ec2 via sshishardkey.pem shared user at service1.ec2. The requirements. Both keys are only on my workstation, so I can't actually do the second command without copying the key over. For security reasons, I want to use SSH agent forwarding rather than copy SSH keys over to bastion.ec2. The solution. This is where you come in. How can I forward a different key for the second connection? If shared user had mikey.pub in its ~/.ssh/authorized_keys, this would work. However, I don't want every user to have to put their public key in every server.
Step 1. Make sure your local agent is ready. Just because you can SSH into your Bastion server without specifying your key path or getting prompted for the password, doesn't mean that your SSH agent is running and holding your key. Some modern OCs, e.g., OS X, handle this for you. On your local machine. Fig.1. That means your agent is running and has your key. Fig.2. That means you haven't added any keys to your agent. Fix that with Fig.3. Step 2. Make sure your remote agent is ready. SSH into your Bastion server and repeat the check from Fig.1 and AMP, Fig.2. However, the error you are more likely to get is this. Fig.4. That most likely means that your SSH client is not forwarding your authentication agent connection. You can force this with the A flag, as long as the SSHD config on the server allows it, which is the default. Fig.5. Step 3. Make sure you're using the right keys. If you have added keys to your agent is forwarding, and your remote agent lists your local keys. There is only two likely reasons you are not getting a connection. Either you are not using the right key or you are not using the right username. Output the public counterpart to your private key. Fig.6. These should be the same as what you were seeing from SSH at L, up to the == near the end. Now one way or another you have to get into the box you are failing to connect to and look at the content of the $home/.ssh/authorized_keys file for the user you are trying to connect as. You need make sure the public key you output with the command above is in that file on a line by itself. You can't trust that the sharekey.pub that the bro2cubes emailed you is right. Verify. This may require getting someone else who can SSH in as that user to get you the authorized_keys file or getting root access. If you've come this far and it still isn't working, you are beyond taking shortcuts. Step 4. Make it easy. Hopefully the steps above have gotten you in. Now let's make this headache go away for as long as you are using this workstation. Configure your local SSH client. Fig.7. If you take nothing else away from Fig.7, it should be the proper use of proxy command and AMP, forward agent. Auto-populate your _profile. You don't want to have to do SSH add manually every time you log into your machine. _profile is a script that runs each time you log in. Put the line from figure 3 in there and you should always have your agent ready. Don't confuse this with .bashrc, which runs for each new, interactive, terminal. Your agent continues running even if you close all your terminal sessions. No need to reload your keys. Alternative to using _profile. I have also created a gist that add an OSX/macOS launch agent. You can use that method for starting your SSH agent on boot. It is very easy to install.
This is where you come in. How can I forward a different key for the second connection? You do not forward the keys. You forward agent and it can have completely independent keys than you are using for authentication in the first jump. Check the keys in your agent using SSH _. But even better, run the connection over proxy command sshw%h:\p myname at bastion.ec2, which will avoid the need to forward the agent, the heap or command line options and a need to authenticate from the immediate host. You can simply put that in your config, see man /ssh_config.
Ili Microsoft Channel, please consider subscribing.